Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to Global E-commerce Experts Content Corner. Thank you very much for joining me. My name is Andy Hooper. I'm here for Global E-commerce Experts, and we're here to successfully expand e-commerce sellers into Europe. And thank you very much for joining me to our very, very new live content corners. So many of you who have followed me on different platforms over the years will have known that I've had a whole series of different things that have gone on, and I like to keep it fresh and keep it moving around. And this is no change to that. So we used to have something called content corners, where we would record something on the content. There was a snippet of useful information for people that wanted to get out and about to Europe, expand to Europe, and have everything they needed. And we had content corners, we pre-recorded them and got them out. Well, they sort of got, when we moved into the new building, that sort of slowly got, we did less and less of them, in a nutshell. Reason, I don't know why, it just seemed to be that we just got busier and busier and busier. Other people that followed me know that I used to do my drive time. I used to have drive time. And yeah, I very much miss doing those. And I feel like it's time to get some of these things back. So what we're going to be doing is we're going to be doing a live pretty much every day, where we'll be doing our GE Content Corner, Global E-commerce Expert Content Corner, a better name to come. So if you've got a better name that you think for this at a later date, then please feel free to put that down. So that would be amazing. So let's start with today, because I think that today is something, what we want to do is to introduce people to something we've talked about in the past, but we see ourselves very much as the guide that here is to support sellers when they expand to Europe. So we are here to successfully expand e-commerce sellers into Europe. We can basically cater for every single service, almost, with everything in-house, where we can support you with your journey, right? And for me, that's absolutely crucial. So what we've gathered over all the years, and having worked with thousands and thousands of clients, is that we've created this structure, this pathway that can really support sellers, basically based on the 2,000 sellers we've successfully expanded, what they've done, how they've done it, the steps they took to do that, the order in which they did it, and then how to do that. Now, the downside to that is that in life, in the world of Amazon, in the world of e-commerce, stuff changes all the time. So in view of it all changing, our success pathway, we've actually made some tweaks. So what we're going to do is we're going to do some lives. We're going to go through the success pathway. We're going to talk through what that looks like. We're going to go through different things on the pathway that really can support you, give you some golden nuggets on if you've already expanded, what you need to do, if you've not expanded, what you can do, and everything that goes along that journey. So we're going to move across that now. So let's just start talking about the expansion pathway, because I think there's some real snippets that everyone needs to know. And we've basically built this into 7 easy steps. Now, for each one of these steps, there's probably another 20 or so other actionable areas. And over the coming weeks, we're going to go through those all individually. The idea of these is it's a quick snippet, quick 5 to 10 minutes to give you information about what's going on, what information you need, where you can get further information should you need it, but to give you that up-to-date information on what to do, where to do it. I'm definitely going to change this white wall. I definitely feel I need something better on that wall than that. I'd love to do it live in the new warehouse as well. I think we'll do that as time goes on. But let's focus now right on the expansion pathway, because I think that's absolutely crucial. So there's 7 clear steps. When you are launching a business into a new marketplace, there's several things. Now, I think the first thing is to say the majority of our clients go from the States to Europe. Now, with Brexit, actually, we've got a huge number of sellers that are based in the UK going to Europe, and Europe into the UK. Actually, all of this is 100% relevant right now to all of you. So pretty much, unless you're saying Germany to France, everyone, this is going to be relevant. So there's going to be some absolutely massive golden nuggets you're going to be able to take away from here that you're going to be able to do. But let's just piece together these 7 steps, because I think this is really, really important. So the first thing is, before you launch into a new market, you want to make sure you've done the research. Make sure you've got the research and you understand what's going on. Make sure your product's going to sell before you even expand, right? I think that's the first thing. The second thing is the compliance. You need to make sure that your product and your business are both compliant with the regulations that you need in order to sell in those markets. absolutely critical. The next thing is launching on a marketplace. Which marketplace is right for you? Which payment gateways do you need to set up? What's the best way of shipping? Are you going to take a container from Asia or wherever you're getting your products made, or are you sending pallets or air freight? It doesn't matter what way you're doing it, but there's lots of options to make, and that comes under the marketplace launch. Then, once you've launched on a marketplace, you've got the right marketplace for you. Depending on which marketplace, it's going to depend on whether they've got an FBA, an Amazon model, or whether you need a third-party logistics. And even if you've got an Amazon model, actually with IPI scores, the limited amount of stock that you can send into Amazon right now, it's critical that you probably have somewhere where you can remove stock to, send stock to, buffer stock, whatever that looks like. Absolutely key. Now, once you've done all of that, it's about promoting your stock. What do you need to do in order to push your stock really, really hard in order to build up sales velocity to get it through the door? And I'm giving you the overall strategy here. As I said, there's lots of different things you need to do in every single one of these to make this work. Once you've promoted your products, you've successfully expanded on marketplace, you want to open up to other marketplaces. In Europe, there's 28 countries. Now, the great thing with 28 countries is 28 languages. There's 550 million people that you probably want to get to. Now, that being said, that's amazing. The downside to that is it makes it more complicated from a marketplace strategy. And it's absolutely critical that you get that marketplace strategy right. You then want to launch on your own website, whether that be a Shopify, WooCommerce, wherever that might be. You want to basically build your new website and be able to fulfill from your own store, because that's when you're going to start making strides to enhancing your brand and getting your brand to the next level. It's absolutely critical that you start taking what you've got and start pumping it into the next level of where you want to get to. And then the last thing is growth. How are you scaling your business? What do you need to do to get it into retail? How are you going to exit? What does that strategy look like? So, that expansion pathway has got 7 very clear steps. Now, whether you're moving into Europe, whether you're moving into India or Australia or Dubai or Japan, actually going from the UK or Europe into the States, this actual pathway is the pathway you can use, right? It's really, really straightforward. It's really, really simple. Now, over the coming weeks and coming days, we're going to be diving deep into each one of those, giving you the information of what you need to do in order to successfully expand. We'll start off with a market research. We're going to be talking about sourcing. Is it right now to be sourcing products in the UK, Europe, or Asia, or the States, wherever you're getting those things made? Lots of options, lots of things available to you, and we'll be talking about that as we go. So I think it's really, really key that you can take a lot from this. When you're expanding into new markets, there's 7 clear steps. There's 7 things you need to consider, and there's 7 things you need to use in order to pump it and push it forwards. Now, that gives you a little flavor of where we're going. Over the weeks, we're going to be doing that. Now, there'll be some weeks where I'm not available. So what we're doing is we're getting one of the videos we've already done and putting that out there. There's lots of places. We already create a huge amount of content, and we want to basically share that with you so you've got the right information, the right tools to be able to successfully expand into Europe. One of the things we've not talked about is when is the right time to expand into Europe? And I think we're going to cover that next, because what does that strategy look like? What does that overall piece look like? When should you expand? When shouldn't you expand? What's the right metrics you need to be hitting? If you are working with aggregators and you've got to get to 1 million EBITDA in order to sell, what does that strategy look like? How good are aggregators at the moment with the European piece? There's a huge amount of questions there. And over the weeks and months, we'll basically be talking about all those different things to support you and help you. You'll be able to dip in, dip out, and everything will be available on an easy to share platform later on, I'm very, very sure. That's it from me. Stay safe, look after yourself. This was Andy from Global E-commerce Experts, here to successfully expand e-commerce sellers into Europe. And we would love to speak to you and help you and support you along that journey. And we're here to guide you along that pathway. Take care, and I'll see you on the next episode of GE's Content Corner. Thank you very much.